Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about fitness, beauty, real estate, lifestyle, and so much more. As you can see in the background, I'm at YB Rehab and Wellness Centre, and this is where I come to get my physio done. Now, back then, before I started physio, I started working out for like 10 years. But I didn't know until recently that physiotherapy is not just for when you're injured, it is not just for when you're feeling discomfort, but it should be a part of your regular lifestyle. You should always check in to ensure that you're properly taken care of and that you have the proper form when you're doing exercises. That's what I learned from Mr. Farron, who I call Mr. Magic Hands. Because let me tell you, the first time I came to YB Rehab and Wellness Centre, I felt like a brand new person. So I had to come back, and this time I had to take you guys with me to show you the amazing work that's being done here. So I'm gonna call Mr. Farron. Mr. Farron, come Mr. Magic Hands.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good to see you. What are like 3 benefits of physiotherapy that you would say?
Well, physiotherapy is used for mainly health and wellness in a general sense, help to improve functional ability of persons who have maybe been injured or those who are trying to maintain certain stability. And of course, as in your case, it helps to keep you going as best as you can in terms of wellness.
You just heard it from the expert, Mr. Rupert Farron. We're gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna take you along with me. Stay tuned.
First thing I'm going to ask you, have a seat for me. First thing I'm going to ask is, how was your workout this morning?
It was good. I did upper body today.
Upper body was the main focus?
Yes.
So how did you feel throughout the workout? Felt free, fluid? Was there any restrictions that you encountered?
No, not today, but for leg day I felt a little pinch.
And where was that coming from? In the lower back down there?
Yes.
Okay. And that is usually common with persons who are, trying to improve on their strength when you go heavy. So we have to focus on form and control in terms of muscle stability. So what we're going to do today is a couple of modalities just to help your body to understand movement in the frame. I'm going to test some of your ranges. I'm going to help you improve on some of the ranges. All right? So we're going to start out flat. Yes, and just extend your legs and your hands down by your side and relax as best as you can. And let me give you a little more space here.
I just started doing Pilates as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good additive
and
to your workout for working,
my...
especially on the adductors. A lot of times you don't seem to recognize how important some of the muscles that we don't use on a regular are to us. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do first of all, you're going to raise your leg by yourself, straight up. Let me see how far you have reached there. All right, not bad. Let's check the other side. Okay, now which side felt a lot easier to you? The right side. Good. So we saw that there's a little hitch when we get in there. Yeah. And so that now we're going to identify where that is coming from. Okay, so I'm going to take it for you. Don't just help me. And then I find that is nice and free. Right through that range. We're going to go through this range. Alright, there it is. Right in there. Okay, good. So we're going to see if we can look at this particular hip flexor muscle, and then it's right up in here. So we're coming through this muscle line right up into the TFL there. So you feel that tension there? Good. So I'm just going to ask you to turn the foot inverted like that. Good. In and then back out. So try that motion for me. And out. So just basically turn in and out. Feel what is happening at that junction there.
Yes.
Good. So just need to get and out. So this is one of just a basic movement. We're going to move into a little more difficult one as we go along. Okay. One more time. And down. Alright, so we're going to go to the good side first, and we're going to test again. Ready? Go. Up with the right side. And feel. Good. And down. And sometimes when we're doing these things, we have to be mindful to check and sensitize.
Much better.
With just a simple movement that creates less tension in that muscle. Now you can feel the legs when they fall a lot different. Alright, so we're going to improve on that. So let's have a seated position. And you can just go back slightly for me. And now I'm going to get both legs up flat there. And since you're just beginning, I want you to now drive this knee down inside and push as hard as you can down there to feel that hip. Same line. Good. We're going to repeat it on that side. So before you even start lifting, sometimes these are basic warm-up activities you can do for these particular. You felt it more on that side now.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
feels free.
There you go.
Better.
All right, so we're gonna help to improve it a little more further, and then you're gonna go a little faster now. So 1, go, 2, 3, 4, right to 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Now what we're going to try to explain to you is how sometimes you can let that particular activity work for you while mimicking what you have done in that regard. So you're going to now keep them together and you're going to push them across. Ready? Go. So you're now in control of that muscle movement. Good. So you push with the top leg, forcing the bottom one. Good. Push with the top leg, force the bottom one.
Feel a difference.
The difference there. Okay, now let's take this a little lower. So now you're going to lie flat on your back and you're going to go with the same process. Put the hands out to the side, palms down, and go. Push. Push. Here you go. And up. So we're going to take that a little further. We're going to put one leg across, just like that. Well relaxed. So we're focusing on the top leg again. So I'm going to go down and drive my leg down to the side as hard as I can. Take this free hand and pull. So go with your left hand right here and pull.
Pull down.
Good. Feel that nice, loose feeling.
Lower back stretch.
Yes, lower back stretch coming right up. So we're moving right up line. Up there, and we're going to switch the leg and go to the opposite side. So we're going to let it go down naturally on its own first. Ready? Go there.
And how long should I keep it?
You hold it for just about 8 to 10 seconds. Sometimes some persons, because they're a little more bunched up, you can go from 15 to 20 seconds. And it's just by just relaxing there. No excess amount of pulling, just to allow that muscle time enough to release. All right.
I love a good stretch.
So let's intensify that a little bit now. So we're going to place this leg up and across. So we go into just that L shape. I'm going to take the hand now again and pull down. So we have a more lengthy line and a pull. Now you can feel that going right through, all the way through there. It's good to keep the extended arm just at about 45 degrees, which helps you with a little more lengthening. And then we just come over and we can go to the opposite side again. So keep that knee up at 90 degree, roll it to the side, get that leg down, this one straight. So we see we have a little difficulty on this side. We're going to have to open up that a little bit more. So let's go pull down, pulling down, and that same hand at 45 degrees all the time. And up. Very good. Let's sit up right there. Okay. So let us now go back and test that range with that leg and see what it feels like. So we always test to make sure that we're opening the tissue as best as possible.
Much easier.
Let's go on the next side now. All right.
Much easier.
Much easier. Let's go right up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's sit up. I want you to turn and face me now. Bring the legs in by putting quads right there. I just want you to rest your hands on your knees out inside right here, right here. And then you're just going to grab gently, press. So now we're going to open up the hips and the groin areas a little bit more. So you put a little pressure on it and release it. So press, release. Now look at you intensifying the press. Okay, so there you go. You can control that and back up. Okay, so let's move a little bit further. Pull your legs in a little further. Use your hands to pull your legs in a little further and then go back for the same. Maintaining that flat back. Ready, go. You can use your forearms as you were doing before. Or if you have any able assistant, you could just release the hands. You rest them here and have that person gently press. No excess amount of pressure, just gently press. And you release, you relax the legs up there. Let's go again. That feels a little different from what you were doing.
It feels much better.
Much better. Good. And we do that. And tension comes down. And we release it.
Really opens the hips.
As much. Yeah. And then tuck the hip under. And there you go. And down. And then up. And
stand right up.
Right up. And remove the legs. We're going to reset. Always reset, so you give the muscles time to relax. We don't stay in that position, we go in again, because we don't reset, then the muscles sometimes we get a bit jammed depending on how much tension you're holding. Right, one more time. So I'm going to watch you do it on your
So
own
much
now.
information I did not know.
Here we go.
So legs just over shoulder
The
then.
width, right? Arms up above the head. Ah, you got it this time. There you go. And drive and tuck the hip under now. Pull. There you go. And
Would you recommend
back
rocking
up.
from side to side?
No, just relax in the position.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And up. And now just lift your legs and feel how much more freedom you have experienced in the hip flexors there.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go down on our knees. And we're going to place them just as wide as about the width of one of the tiles there. Okay. And come forward. Come up and just relax. And we're going to do that a couple of times. So each time you're going back, I want you to control it and drive, and back out.
Those thigh muscles are
Yes, that is
sore
perfect,
from
going from there
Pilates.
at all times. One more and go drive back there, and out. Bring those knees together. So we're focusing slowly on just the lower half first before we move
That's
up.
a good stretch.
Right, for the inner thighs. So the adductors are very essential. So especially when you find that you all go into this position. A lot of ladies like to do
Yes.
there in the goblet. And these muscles tend to collapse. I want to keep them strong enough so that we can maintain that form going down and coming out. Okay, so we're going to look at another one to be just the same.
When you
However,
hear that clicking sound in my knees, don't call me old guy. But is that normal?
for most
For like
persons
young
it's normal.
people
Yeah,
and-
it's just pressure that's built up there and it tends to have that popping sound. It can be
So I'm not
slowed
old.
down with certain type of flat and maintain that. Okay, go over just a bit more back as you would before. Stay upright, stay up tall, hip back. It's a lot different from the other one, right?
Wow.
Back up here again. And let's do that 2 times on your own. And you maintain the stretch the way you feel. Slowly into it and feel the lines. Good.
I feel it in the inner
And the
thighs.
inner thighs, right.
That's a really good stretch.
And let's go back out. And then one more. So again, we're going to do a test. So we're going to stand up again and we're going to do that leg lift. Test it before, test it again. Feel how much
Awesome.
lighter it feels.
Lighter.
Yeah, it feels so much
Yeah.
lighter.
You know, Mr. Farron always realigns me.
She works so hard and she lifts so heavy, we can't allow her to be bunched up. We have to give her more space in which to improve on her lifts. What I'm going to do is put one leg up in front. I'm going to maintain that position as best as possible. The same here. Now, both hands are going to be going up overhead when I do this. But before I do this lounge, I want to tuck my tailbone under. Very important. You feel that on the front side already.
Yeah.
Good. And then
Definitely.
push that hip down and forward. Down and forward. And coming back out. Now I notice you have a great amount of range there. So we're going to help you to balance. I'm going to bring the foot further in front. And let's go again before we go. We're going to tuck that under. Okay. So let's try and show them that again. Come back with the pelvic this way. Just tuck it under. Tuck under and then keep it there and push forward. There you go. Good. Maintain that and come out. Ready? Tuck before we go. Good. And drive down and out. So let's switch to the other leg. Hands down and fix the other leg out there. And see how best we get that balance. So what to remember to do first?
Top first.
Good.
And
Drive that pelvic forward. So we don't want to bring the trunk forward. It's always a hip that we're moving. Ready? So once I come out, I go back to tuck first. Tuck under. Good. See, we neutralize that hip. Ready? And go drive. And back out. Give me one more of that. Very good. Okay. To my hip.
I don't think I'm
Good.
doing it
Bring that leg forward and turn this here.
right. Okay.
I'm going to place this leg around that side, all the way around
Okay.
until that knee is pointing in line with this hip. So
Like
bring
that?
that knee around to here. Bring the knee around.
Okay.
And then we come this here. So we make a 90-degree here and a 90-degree here. Now we're going to place one hand here. So your left hand, put your left hand here, good. And your right hand here. Now you feel already how that has held you. And your aim is now to keep your chest high and come forward at the hinge of your hip, bringing this to your leg. Ready? Forward.
Right down.
And up. Good. So maintain that tall structure, and then just go forward to the hip, right? To the hip hinge. Good. And going forward. And up. Feeling that right down under there. Good. So let's try this again. Yeah, it's going through your hamstrings, going on the lateral sides as much, and then into the glute medial. Right?
I feel it.
And right down. Like I say, the importance is form and muscle control. The other side. Good job. So go back with those fingers out there again. And bring that knee in line with the hip. Go across. Good. And go. And up. Remember, this movement needs to come through the hip and not necessarily at the trunk, because you're trying to use the hip to go through. Okay, good. Go there. Beautiful.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Good. And up. Let's get that 2 more times. I can see you're feeling it there now, so you're controlling the movement rather than just doing a stretch. Very essential. Ready? Go. And down. All right.
It's so important to feel your
To
body.
feel your body. Yes. And what you're going to do is introduce one of your legs to you by bending the knee and bring it at 90 degrees at the waist. Good. Now place your hands behind the knee. Just here. Good. Dorsiflex your ankle. And your aim is just to push those toes towards your forehead, just to where you feel it most. That's it. Hold it right there. And we're going to return. Good. We're going to do that 4 times. I like the fact that you're breathing through your exercise, which is essential to provide the muscles with some oxygen. Good.
Yeah.
Bring those toes to you. Good. And down. And as simple as you take that, you can feel the stretch coming from all the way down there.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
And 1 more. Now we're going to modify that for someone who's a little more flexible, can get the range. So I want you now to pull that leg to you a little bit more. Pull, bend that knee, pull there. Good. Now hold it there. Keep the other leg straight. And get that ankle there. And now introduce that in the same way. So only go to where you can manage. Ah, you're right there already. So we are almost good. And relax, and we're going to go again. So if after you've gone through the first phase of that one at the 90, you could pull it in and then you go in and you get a little deeper stretch in there. All right, give me 2 more. I so love the fact that you're paying so much attention to the feel of that stretch. Very good. So not only are you stretching, but you're in control of the muscular activity, which allows you more range. Okay, ready? Let's go on the other side. So we start at 90 first. Good. And let's go. And the first ones usually feel a little more tense there.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. So you're preparing for the worst, but it came out much better than you expected.
Yes, my face tells it
Tells
all.
it all, yes. Okay, let's introduce that a little closer to you now. So pull down and keep the other leg straight, maintaining that.
This one is actually way freer than
A lot freer than the other side. Very good.
Yeah.
So we find that happening with your muscular structure sometimes. Some areas are a lot freer than the others. So your aim is to help the tighter side to relax as much. So you get more out of your activity. 1 more. And good job.
Yay.
Main ones. The quads. Because a lot of persons go to the gym and they become quad dominant. So we see a lot of persons emphasizing their quads and their glutes and stuff. But then we don't get enough stretch in them, and that tension now becomes a knee problem.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with those to see how we can get some stretches. I'll look at basic ones first, okay? So you're gonna go up.
Ooh.
This is like your abdominal work. So let's keep yourself in the right. Okay. You're gonna go bend this knee just behind you, and you're gonna bring it up, and you're gonna hold Now what I want you to do is just hold the leg for me, and we're going to start with the knee from out here. Bring the knee out here, hold it tight here, hold it tight here, hold it tight here, and now push that knee into the other knee. Go closer to the other knee, push. There you go. So a lot of times you pull around there, just push, but I want you to hold that. Good. Hold it there, hold it tight. Ready? Push the knee in. Go. Just hold that tension there. Push that knee in. Go. Almost like you can't manage now, eh?
Yeah.
Go, pull, and push. So I'm gonna watch you try that on your own now. I see the shake.
Yeah.
That tells me. Ready? Let's go. So
I feel
hold
it.
that tension, and then go. And it's one leg here, one leg here. Put that leg out in front. And what your aim is to do now for me is you're gonna rest your hand on the ground there.
Both?
Just that one hand. You're gonna bring this knee up, this leg up behind you, and hold that with the other hand.
Go forward?
Right, yeah, just hold it there.
Yeah,
Right.
got it.
And
Okay.
you can
Wow. Excellent.
and what you notice each time you're stretching, what's happening to you, feeling a little what? Lighter.
Yeah.
And it improves on the blood
Feels
flow,
freer.
your whole body.
Yeah.
And place your palms on the wall. So it's your trunk and chest.
Head down.
Now, so you're going to drive your hips back and press down through your shoulder blade. That's one. And back up.
Ooh.
Up straight. Oh yeah. You know you felt what you were working for.
Yeah.
Ready. So keep those hands into the wall.
Push
and go
into
from
the
the
wall.
hip hinge just the same, and drive down through the sternum, through the chest at the sternum, and close the shoulder blade. Come back out. Alright, so let's do that from this position so we can see it a little bit better. So you're gonna place your hands there. It's one here, wider. And ready, go. Press through there. Very good. Step off the wall. And you
I'm
just
always smiling when I come here, and I specifically, I mean, all the instructors are excellent, all the physiotherapists here are excellent, but I just always ask for Mr. Pera.
It's a bias. But you know, it's our pleasure to always serve those who come to us, to make sure that you know that we are here to help you to achieve your health goal, and not just basically bringing you to that point where, oh, I feel like I need a massage. It's to help to educate you, help to improve your abilities, and then also to be here for you when you have the questions and that you have.
And you've taught me so much about my body, and it has really helped me in my workout and daily life. So thank you.
It's my pleasure, and again, thank you for making it YB Rehab.
Yes, awesome.